Welcome back to Incredible World Amazement Park. Well, we have been taking a thrill ride through God's beautiful creation, His extreme creation this week, and we're going to continue that today. Now, my glasses are really cool, aren't they? But they're nothing compared to the glasses that you'll be learning about today called Bible glasses. Today is World View Day, and you'll be learning that we need to go to the Bible to get the right view of the world, and that is God's view. Today's echo phrase, we're going to go ahead and practice this echo phrase together, all right? The echo phrase is this: the Bible says it, that settles it. All right, now I want you to say this with me. Ready? The Bible says it, that settles it. Good job. You guys are getting it already. Let's go ahead and say it together one more time. Ready? The Bible says it, that settles it. Good job. We're going to repeat this a couple times throughout the day so that we get it right in our head. Now, we get this phrase from the verse John 17, verse 17. And it's a very short verse that says this: Thy word is truth. Can you say that with me too? Ready? Thy word is truth. John 17, 17. One more time. Ready? Thy word is truth. You know what this verse means? This verse means that when we open up the Bible, we can know that we are reading the very words of God. And guess what? God never lies. So when you read the Bible, you can always trust that what it says is true and right. Isn't that cool? Isn't it so cool to be able to have a place to go where you can always know that you are reading what's right and what is true? How cool is that? All right. So I wanted to ask you, since we're at an amazement park, have you ever been on a ride that kind of like that you spin so fast that it kind of sticks you to the outside? One time I was riding a ride, I forget what it was called, but you get inside and the walls, they have everybody stand right up against the wall, and then the ride starts spinning and spinning and spinning, going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and then you know what they did? They dropped the floor out from under our feet. And what do you think? Do you think when they dropped the floor out from under our feet, we just fell right down to the ground? Actually, no. We were spinning so fast that we were stuck right up against the wall. Have you ever been on one of those teacup rides where you spin yourself so fast that you can't even stay into the middle and you just go whoop like that? Or one of those magic carpets rides where you're spinning so fast that you always slide to the outside? Well, you know why you always end up pressed to one side or pressed up against the seat or maybe pressed up against the wall? It's because of something called G-force. The G stands for gravity, which is measured in something called G's. Now, right now, you are under 1G. That means that you are under the 1G, the one gravity of the earth that pulls you down. Now, you can experience 0G too, actually, when you swing. How many of you guys have ever felt when you're at the very top of your swing, you feel like weightless for just a second, and then you go back down? Well, at that moment when you're at the very tippy top of your swing and you feel weightless for that 1 second, you're feeling 0 G's. Now, isn't that cool? So right at the top, before you fall back down, you feel the force of gravity for just a moment, and then it might make your tummy tickle a little bit or do something, kind of give you butterflies in your tummy. But thrill rides, sometimes they have up to 2 or even 3 G's, and that's why they can make you like really stick up against the wall or press you into your seat. But if you ever do something that gets you up to 5 G's, you could even pass out. But much more than that, and you'll be in really big trouble. So the most G-forces that a person can possibly stand before his bones start cracking and breaking is 25 G's. People can only take so much pressure before being squished to smithereens. God didn't design us to be able to take a whole bunch of pressure like that. Now, I want us to go ahead and see our next slide here that says squished, okay? I wanted to show you, even though we can't handle a whole lot of pressure, we weren't designed that way. God did design some animals to be able to withstand some incredible pressure. Um, he so, so there are animals that experience way more g-force than a human can possibly stand. And God designed some pretty extreme animals that live in the deepest part of the ocean. And they can stand up to 140 times the pressure that people can. Isn't that incredible? Even when we would be crushed 140 times more pressure, some of the sea creatures at the bottom of the ocean, they can handle all of that, which is amazing to me. But not only that, he gave many of them a really cool way to be able to see in the pitch blackness of the ocean bottom, because when you go to the bottom of the ocean, it's so deep that the sunlight can't even reach the bottom of the ocean, and so it's pitch black. It's so dark under there. So God designed many of the animals with the incredible ability to glow or sometimes even blink lights of some sort. Isn't that cool? Well, one of those animals is the anglerfish. The anglerfish, it has a glowing light above its mouth that kind of dangles right in front of its mouth that it flashes to kind of attract attention. And then an unexpecting or unassuming animal that is mesmerized by that light, it gets too close and ends up as the anglerfish's next meal. And that's how the anglerfish hunts for its food. It just blinks that little light. And then a really curious little fish goes, "Oh, what's that little light?" And then he's gone. And the anglerfish gobbles him up. But God designed the anglerfish with that light because that's the way, when they live in the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, that's the way that they are able to eat. Another animal that I want to show you is the bioluminescent jellyfish. Many other animals also have the ability to light up like the anglerfish, but and also like this jellyfish. Or how about these little guys here? These are called lanternfish. And we'll call one of them Glowy. You see Glowy here in the corner? And you can call them, here's Glowy right there. Well, these are lanternfish. Now, he's only about 6 inches long, so they're really small, really short, but they multiply themselves a lot. They actually travel in big, huge groups, and you'll see how they bring light to that really dark place. Even though they're really small, they glow and they all go together, and so it becomes this really big, massive group of fish that make a lot of light deep down in the ocean there. So Glowy glows with lights on his head, and then on his underside, and on his tail. And God gave him really big eyes too, so that they could see in the deep, dark ocean there, and so that those eyes can capture as much light as possible. God also gave these creatures and other deep sea creatures just what they need to live in crushing pressure and with no light at the bottom of the ocean. You know, he gave us just what we need too, to live in this world and be able to have just the right view. Today, we're going to be learning about Bible glasses that help us have a right view, a clear view of life. So, when you hear about Glowy, our lanternfish, remember that the creator of Glowy gave us the Bible to light our way in a dark world and help us understand the world around us.